when it comes to like intense emotions, anxiety is the one that like is just forget it. Nothing good comes from that unless, whatever. There's fight or flight. And I think the fight or flight mechanism in human beings and modern culture gets attached to weird things when really it's about like, is there a lion chasing me?
Right. You're literally, life depends on it.
Yeah. And I think anxiety or things that like, especially extreme anxiety moments, usually are when your brain is sort of like, it's clicking into that mode, but there's really not anything that's going to like...
it's not life or death.
It's not life or
feels
death,
like it is.
But it feels like it is. So, but the melancholy has always been a buddy.
Right.
It's like a
kind
warm,
of buddy
sad pillow. Like,
right. But it's the kind of buddy where if you get too close to it for too long, it starts to kind of... The negative things of, you know what I mean? Like the tentacles can kind of start to come out and hug you back.
Yeah.
You want to hug it, but
and
you
then
don't want it
drag
to
you
hug you
down
back.
into the black
Yeah, because it's
pool.
heavy. Yeah. You want to hug it, but you don't want it to hug you back.
But it's all, and it's like, thank God there's music and relationships, and I think that's the balance. Like there have been times when I've put too much of myself into, too much of that into music, and then it starts to almost be a feedback loop in a way, and then I realize like, oh, I'm missing doing this with friends and doing this with my wife and doing this with family. Like it can get out of balance really easy because it's addicting.
Well, is that the remedy? Because that's the remedy, not the remedy for depression, but one of the big things about depression or something that leads to it is isolation. You know? It's like
if you're not talking,
you could be next to it if as long as you're not isolating yourself with it.
Yeah.
And if you have other people to work with, I think I've noticed that's the cure for me when I'm feeling like way too low. I don't even, it's never like I consciously go, I need to go hang out with my friends, or I need to go work with Adam, or I need to go do something collaborative with other people that feel kind of similar. But once it happens, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This is what I need to do.
Yeah. It's balance, right? A lot of it. It's
you got to check yourself, because if you're going to be in that melancholy creative land, you got to make sure you know when to kind of back up a little bit, right?
You got to know when to hold them.
That's right.
Know when to fold them.
Know when to fold them. Should we wrap it
is.
up?
Yeah, we should wrap it up. But yeah, it's a balance thing. I've found that like...
That you learn over time, right? You learn how to...
I need to record, I need to write, I need to be creative. I need to make sure that like that I'm talking to people, I'm processing. Like I think if we're not processing our real feelings with human beings, you don't really find out what parts of your mind are like going a little crazy. And you get like you hear yourself talk sometimes, you're like, oh, I needed to say that out loud and hear
totally.
That's a pretty stupid
That's why therapy
belief.
is sometimes just about you talking. You don't have to hear an answer back. You just need to kind of say it out loud, and then you go, oh yeah, I sound like this.
I think that's why I love podcasts, and that's why I've been drawn to doing one again. And like, it's like this cool little space where you can do this stuff and just bounce and bounce and bounce ideas.